Righty then, well, it's 5:20 a.m. in Germany right now, I guess. For me in North Carolina, it is 11:20. Just me, is it getting fucking really bright really quick? I wonder if that's a solar flash. That'd be interesting. If it fills up the whole screen within the next, I don't know, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, I'm gonna say that that's definitely probably a solar flash. Of course, you think it'd be like instant, but I don't know. I mean, I've never went through one, at least not as far as my memory can go back. Oh, that's definitely not normal. I mean, I guess it could be, but in my opinion, it looks suspect. Well, I've had many theories about what's going on with this world right now. I mean, we all are to do with Planet X because that is a guaranteed fact of life on this planet. And if you're uncertain about it, just look at the historic record, prehistoric record. All signs point to the fact that there is some reason why we keep having the Great Reset, ultimate reset. This one might be the end of it. But aside from that fact, I believe that whatever's going on in the world external to us, or what we believe to be external to us, is in reality an eternal mirror or representation of the struggles we're going through in this planet and our lives. That is just a manifestation of our current situation, both on a physical and metaphysical level. And as we get closer to this reset of this clock, the closer any particular individual who might be manifesting or living in this reality may begin to experience. And see, although we all share a certain viewpoint of reality, I do believe that it is very possible to exist inside and outside of another person's viewpoint and reality and experience all at the same time. And just because in my reality it's doing this doesn't mean that there's not a reality where it manifests in an entirely different series of events. I'm sure there's realities where it never even occurred. But I've been locked on this thing for 5 years now, 6 years now, watching it coming. Ever since the moment I seen it, I knew it was up. So if what we hold in mind tends to occur in our life, which I know for a fact that it definitely does, then that would mean that I have killed myself here by believing and anticipating that this would occur. I have nothing less than to bring it to me, right to my front doorstep. But I mean, if it's just a manifestation of my internal situation, whether physically or metaphysically, or in aspects of all the same, experience or viewpoint or whatever you want to call it, life, that would explain why, as this shit gets closer and it seems to look more and more apparent that it's going to be right up on us, the worse and worse I feel. And it's only been within the last 2 weeks that My internal organs are starting to go into failure. Renal failure, which is your kidneys and the muscle that moves food along your gastrointestinal tract. We had one mine paralyzed the other week, and it's still not acting right. And I put in way more than I've gotten out. To the point where it's starting to hurt to eat, because it feels like in my intestines that it's dragging sandpaper. And as more food goes in, it pushes down on what food's there. It pushes the food around inside me, and then it fucking hurts. So I've tried to refrain from eating as much here lately, but I'm starving to fucking death right now. And I just got done eating. It's not a good sign. Yeah, well... Anyway, point being, I don't mean to be negative, but I just don't know how much longer I have. Or by that extent, how much longer you guys might have. Assuming that this isn't directly connected to me in a microcosm type of way. I mean, hell, who knows? The moment I die might be the moment this shit explodes. For all I know. I really don't want to miss it. And I really don't want to miss this planet. But somehow at the same time I cannot stand this fucking place. Not that I hate this place per se, I just don't particularly care for some of the individuals upon it. Mostly people in government power and control. And it ain't even really about them, it's more so about the fact that they're just okay with doing the things that they're doing. Like for instance, Biden fucking selling our emergency oil reserves. Your money, my money. Our oil reserves. For when shit's going south, and he's selling it to China. And this isn't nothing new, because the first time it was ever brought up that he was going to do that was back in November 21st, 2021. So they knew that long ago that he was going to do that shit, and then he did it. Now they're on to act like, oh, this is a big deal. Oh, it's impeachable. No, all this shit's pre-planned. Every fucking bit of it. And everything you see on the news is just a polarization of one of two sides to turn us against each other. And inevitably, we will all turn against each other. Those who survive. While the ones who are in control, the top 1%, go to run to hide in the little shelter bunker things that they're so certain are going to save their lives, which they're not. But, they're going to sit back and laugh and think that they got everything figured out. But they don't realize it. They are just as fucked as we are. But you know, on the upside, life wasn't all that horrible up till now. Albeit painful sometimes. Acutely painful. And sometimes, you know, shit just kind of fell apart right when I needed it not to the most. Whether it be what was going on with my family at the time, or the world as a whole. Either way though, I always made it through. Sadly, we all come to red lights, though, that we will not see turn green. And I believe, personally, for me, I'm coming to one of those intersections here very, very soon. So I just want to say thank you for everybody who's joined me, everybody who's not even here to see this, and everybody who's cared enough to comment, like, share, subscribe, whatever. Any type of interaction that we've had, whether it be direct or indirect. Good, bad, or indifferent. I would like to just say thank you, and I appreciate you all and love you all very much. Except for the pieces of shit in control, which I'm not particularly fond of or happy with or like. But you know what? Human nature, I guess. I still accept that they did what they did for whatever reason they have. I just will never agree. And you know, one day they'll figure out their whole situation themselves. Maybe realize how badly they fucked us up. And that was all for nothing. Which is probably one of the reasons why this motherfucking shit's happening. Anyway, I believe the finale's coming up soon, and I don't know how much more space I have to record, but just know that I'm loving you endlessly. And I guess we'll let it go out on this this camera right here, since it looks like it's doing the most right this second. And it's 5:30 a.m. on a Saturday. And I will try to upload this before it all comes to an end. Interesting looking situation we got going on right here, though. That rapid movement of those clouds, quote unquote clouds, appears to be some type of object in close proximity. That light, I'm pretty sure it's not the sun, though. About to find out. Anyway, God be with you all. And don't panic. No matter what, don't panic. Everything happens for a reason. Plus, panicking never saved nobody's ass. Least of all those who were panicking. Stay safe and God bless you all. Yes, definitely an object. It is enveloped by clouds, by the way. The stealth technology they got for this thing is fucking ridiculous. Like, literally, you can look at it in space and not see it. Plus, it's also on a fourth dimensional plane of existence, so that's not helping either. The only time it is experienced in is the moment that we focus on, which for me happens to be right about now. But we'll see what I mean. Look at that. I don't know about y'all, but I'm looking forward to being free from this physical body. It's been fun and all, and I've learned a lot, but this is not where I was meant to be. I'm not from here. I'm from another fucking plane of existence. And I do plan to go back there. So I'll see you on the other side. And if I knew you in life, then I guarantee you I got your seat saved beside me, so I'll be expecting you. Ooh, look at that shit, look at that shit. Do you see it? Do you see it? Their planet is their spaceship, and vice versa. Which I guess technically ours is ours, but we don't really look at it like that. Check that shit out though. Notice how it just moved to the center of the screen, just kind of stopped. Woo. Well, I gotta stop this because it might keep going and run over, and then it fucking just will turn it all to zeros.